Have you ever played one song so many times that it almost stopped sounding like music and started feeling like a place you could go to? I'm talking about the kind of repeat where you're not even aware you've restarted it again. When I started looking into why people do this, I thought the answer would be simple: habit, nostalgia, good taste. But the deeper I went, the more I realized this behavior says a lot about how the brain processes emotion, memory, and control. From the outside, people who loop the same song can seem obsessive or stuck, but psychologically, it's often the opposite. Research shows the brain craves predictability when emotions are intense. A familiar song gives the nervous system something stable to hold on to. When everything else feels uncertain, the brain goes, "I know how this ends. I know this feeling." That sense of certainty is calming in a way new music can't compete with. Neuroscientists have found that music activates the brain's reward system, especially dopamine pathways linked to anticipation. When you know a song well, your brain doesn't just enjoy the chorus, it lights up before it arrives. The pleasure comes from predicting what's next and being right. That's why repeating a song can feel weirdly comforting instead of boring. You're not chasing surprise, you're reinforcing emotional safety. People who do this a lot tend to use music as an emotional regulation tool. Instead of avoiding feelings, they synchronize with them. If they're sad, they'll replay a sad song. If they're motivated, they'll loop something energizing. It's not wallowing, it's alignment. One study even showed that people who listen to sad music on repeat often report feeling better afterward, not worse, because the music helps them process emotions rather than suppress them. I noticed this pattern in myself during a stressful period when my days felt out of control. I'd drive to work listening to the same track every morning, same lyrics, same beat drop, same timing. That repetition wasn't accidental. It gave my mind a sense of structure before the chaos of the day started. The song became a psychological anchor, and once that stressful chapter ended, I naturally stopped needing it. This also explains why people often attach a specific song to a breakup, a win, or a turning point in life. The brain binds music to autobiographical memory. Years later, one note can bring back the entire emotional landscape of that moment. That's why some people avoid certain songs, and others play them endlessly. One group is protecting themselves. The other is trying to understand what they felt. Pop culture nails this better than it seems. In Inside Out, emotions aren't chaotic villains. They're signals that need to be felt and organized. Repeating a song works the same way. It gives shape to feelings that are otherwise vague and overwhelming. It's the brain saying, "Let me stay here for a second. I'm not done yet." Of course, repetition can become a problem if it turns into emotional avoidance. If someone only uses one song to numb everything else, that's when it stops helping. The solution isn't to force variety, but to become aware of why the song is on repeat. Asking, "What am I getting from this right now?" often breaks the loop naturally. The biggest takeaway from all this is that listening to the same song over and over isn't a lack of creativity or emotional depth. It's often a sign of emotional intelligence in motion. It's a person giving their brain exactly what it needs at that moment. Not distraction, not escape, just resonance.